And hiya papaya, and welcome back to the finale of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I am Commander Whale, and before we go any further, I'm going to state not only is this the finale of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, but the grand finale of White Whale Gaming. Yes, you heard that right. I am shutting down the channel of my own volition due to the fact that, this whole content creation experiment has not exactly gone the way I hoped it would. Content creation as a whole has been slowly and inevitably destroying my enjoyment of gaming. I am not exactly a big fan of, being a talkative person and being entertaining, so I find that it is slowly but surely destroying my enjoyment of gaming, having to also try to be entertaining while I am gaming. I could deal with the slow rate of buildup of the channel, but this whole thing combined with the fact that I am embarking on another new business venture, this time a card and board game company together with my older brother, I will be shutting down the channel in order to focus my full efforts on that new company. Now, with Mass Effect Legendary Edition's finale being the final episode of any series to air on the channel, on the day it airs, which I believe, if my calculations are correct, should be May 21st, 2023. On May 21st, 2023, there will also be a community post going out detailing when each series on the channel will be moved from public to unlisted. Unlisted does not mean people will be unable to view them. They are still public, just they are not public. Public videos show up in searches and recommendations. Unlisted videos do not show up in searches or recommendations. So if you enjoy my content and want to be able to keep seeing it, make sure to check that post and save whatever videos or playlists of mine you want to save before they are unlisted. Of course, series like Mass Effect that have finished their run later into the channel's lifespan will be public for longer before I unlist them. However, I am planning to have everything unlisted by the end of this upcoming summer. So, plan your saving of any content of mine you wish to still be able to view easily without having to search for me or save a link to my channel in general before the dates posted in that community post. That will also be the final community post, so viewing my community tab should show that post at the top from that point onward. Now, speaking of onward to Earth.
Commander, you've got a priority message from Admiral Hackett requesting to come aboard.
Permission granted.
Aye, Commander.
Commander?
Admiral?
Are you ready to bring the might of the galaxy to bear on the Reapers?
Yes, sir.
Then let's make sure the fleets are ready.
All fleets reporting in, sir.
Never before have so many come together from all quarters of the galaxy. But never before have we faced an enemy such as this. The Reapers will show us no mercy. We must give them no quarter. They will terrorize our populations. We must stand fast in the face of that terror. They will advance until our last city falls, but we will not fall. We will prevail. Each of us will be defined by our actions in the coming battle. Stand fast. Stand strong. Stand together. Hack it out. Shepard, the Sword fleets are ready to strike at the Reapers surrounding Earth. While they keep the enemy engaged, you and Hammer ground forces can take London.
London? Why aren't we hitting the Citadel directly?
Anderson can brief you on that. Admiral, how are you holding up?
We're ready to end this. But as you can see, the station's closed itself since it appeared over London.
Damn it. Gotta get the arms open to dock the Crucible.
Exactly.
But London is surrounded by Hades cannons. Hammer transports can't land while they're active. You'll lead a squadron of smaller shuttles. Infiltrate with a ground team to take out the cannons using heavy weapons. Hammer can land, and we'll set up a forward operations base.
I still don't see how we're getting to the Citadel from London.
The Reapers use this beam to transport humans, alive and dead, to the Citadel. From the FOB, Hammer will launch an all-out assault on the Citadel beam. Everyone who makes it that far will take the beam to the Citadel, then locate and activate the Citadel arm controls.
Once we see those arms, SHIELD fleet will escort the Crucible to the Citadel. But timing will be critical. We don't have enough firepower to keep the Crucible safe for long.
Nothing's ever easy. No reason it should start now.
It's desperate. I don't even want to guess at our odds.
But this is the only plan we have. If we wait, the Reapers bleed us slowly. Conventionally, we can't defeat the Reapers without the Crucible. Get the Citadel arms open. Commander, whatever the cost, we'll do the rest.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to all of us.
Okay, who are we taking for the final assault? Wouldn't be right without Garrus. He's been with us all the way. Tally's been with us all the way as well, but we're not going to be fighting many, if any, Geth here, so, or any synthetics. I do believe Reaper enemies still count as organics. So, it's either Liara or more shooty bang bang. I think it's gonna be... we're gonna bring Ashley. And we are going to give her an absolute monster. Not the M8 Avenger. Lancer time! Yeah. Now that is an assault rifle. Yeah, Garrus, you're getting the monster too.
Approaching Sol Relay, Commander. We're through the relay in 30 seconds. Alliance fleet reporting. Turian fleet reporting. Asari fleet's reporting.
Quarian fleets accounted for and ready.
Geth fleet reporting. All fleets reporting in, Commander. Ready to engage on your command.
ready on my signal. Fire! On my command, engage the Reaper forces.
Roger that. All fighters on me.
Attack!
Acknowledged.
Breaking off. Preparing for descent. Shepard. Good luck.
You too, Joker.
Advanced teams are away. Hammer's in position and waiting for you guys to clear a path. Normandy's rejoining Sword.
Stay safe. I'll be back before you know it.
I'll hold you to that. Normandy out.
We're closing in on the LZ, Commander.
How's it look?
Like hell? Take a look for yourself.
It doesn't even look like Earth.
Shit! We got a lock. Hold on! Damn it!
Status.
That was the squad responsible for taking out that defense turret.
Who's on it now?
Nobody in the vicinity. All either deployed or shot down.
Drop us off.
Ma'am?
We have to take that thing out before Hammer can land.
Understood.
Change of plans, people. We're gonna take out that Hades cannon.
And how are we gonna do that?
That downed shuttle would have been carrying heavy weapons.
Perfect. You heard the man. Once we're clear, make your way to the crashed shuttle. We'll search the wreckage for heavy weapons.
Right behind you.
I'm guessing it's going to be a nuke gun or two.
Now, go, go!
Damn, I can't stay here, ma'am.
Get clear. Come get
We're
us.
taking the Krogan path through here. Charging.
Roger that. Cortez out.
All right, everyone, let's move.
This is Captain Johnson. Hammer's getting torn apart. We need those guns offline now.
Make like you have a credit card and charge.
Watch it, you got brutes.
Cortez, I am a brute. Okay, I got my lock.
2 guns down, but we still can't land.
Got my other lock. All right, broody boy. Come out and die. Marauder Shields, the unsung hero of Mass Effect. Sorry, but I have to take you down. Let's get a nice spin. 360 no scope. Not really, but it's, you know, it's the thought that counts. About time you amateurs caught up with us. Since we haven't seen a Banshee yet, I don't think I've missed it.
Gonna try to keep them off you.
Careful, Cortez.
Damn it, I'm hit.
Cortez! You're gonna pay for that, you bastards!
I think Cortez just bit it there. Oh yeah, here it is. I recognize this arena
Here's the
anywhere.
shuttle. Keep an eye out for their heavy weapon supplies.
Yep, M920 Kane, a nuke gun. Right, Marauder. Those Marauder shields won't help you here. If you'll notice the lack of your garden variety husks, it's because humans are being prepared for the harvest. There's Arcane.
That's it! Fire that thing right down its throat!
Where's the Able?
That's it. Last gun down. All hammer teams, prepare for landing.
Anybody, come in. We need extraction.
Hey, look, it's Morinth.
This is Commander Shepard. Any Alliance personnel in the vicinity?
Or at least it would have been Morinth if she had been on our squad in Mass Effect 2. If you side with Morinth over Samara, that Banshee will be named Morinth. It doesn't have any stat differences, it's just a nice little reference to the whole Arda Yakshi nature of the Banshees. Alright, you've got a scope on me. So I'm gonna knock you off the building. Cannibal the animal. Lots of Batarians on Earth, don't you think? I guess Reapers don't care about planet of origin for their troopers, though. First Kane for the Hades, second for the Banshee is probably the best way to give yourself a leg up here. Well, at least when Cortez doesn't make it here, he gets to be with his husband again.
Hurry! We're taking fire! Get us out of here, Corporal. You okay?
I'm alive.
That you are, Commander.
Anderson,
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Shepard.
it's good to see you.
And you're a sight for sore eyes.
How are we looking?
Now that the heavy air defenses are dealt with, Hammer can land.
And not a moment too soon.
What's left of the Resistance is holding a forward operating base, but the Reapers are countering already. Once we regroup, it's gonna be up to Hammer to take up the fight.
It must have been brutal here. Cut off from the rest of the Alliance.
It's been touch and go from day one. But once we figured out the Reapers were focusing on the major centers, it became easier to avoid direct contact.
Until London.
Yeah. We held back as long as we could, sending in recon teams. Lost a lot of good men planning this attack. But with soldiers like Major Coates, and knowing you'd bring us help, we held on.
Without you and your resistance, we'd be dead in the water.
Yeah, the Admiral's being modest. He's the reason any of us are still alive.
Let's not start handing out medals just yet. This fight's just getting started, and Hammer better be ready for it.
They didn't start out together, but they're ready to stand side by side and win this war.
Good. That's what it's gonna take.
We'll get it done, Anderson.
I was born in London.
Really?
The entire galaxy united. Too bad it took the Reapers to bring us together.
Shepard's the one that brought them together.
That's exactly what I meant. I know you didn't like leaving, Shepard. But nobody could have accomplished what you've done.
It's good to be back home.
There's the FOB.
Looks good. Give Hammer the all clear.
Even if for Shepard, home is Vancouver. Yes, Shepard is Canadian, that is canon. BioWare are a Canadian developer. They're gonna make a Canadian protag.
Admiral, we've set up a command center in the building over there.
Looks like we've still got groups coming in.
Yes, sir, but not as many as we'd hoped.
Come see me when you're ready, Shepard.
Will do.
I thought we'd see more of Hammer here by now, too.
A lot of them won't be making it.
I'm sorry about Lieutenant Cortez. He was a damn good pilot.
You two go on ahead. I'll catch up.
The fighting here's been some of the worst on the planet. It looks bad, but there's still hope. And you're here. It'll do the troops good to see you. Bolster their resolve.
I'm just a soldier like them.
You might see yourself like that, but they don't. Like it or not, Commander, you're a hero to these men and women. Don't discount the effect that can have on them. I better go meet up with my battalion. I'll see you at the command center.
Okay, command center time. We are alone. No hard saves allowed either. So depending on when we are or aren't allowed to throw down a hard save, we'll determine if we actually show off all the endings like I said I wanted to or not. Because no way am I playing through this mission 4 times if that's what it takes.
Hey, Commander.
What, no Lola?
Yeah, sorry.
You okay?
I don't know what I thought I'd feel coming back to Earth. I was ready to fight. Ready to die if I had to. But seeing everything like this...
I know it's hard to say. But this is only temporary. But first we need to win this thing. Stay focused. Don't let them take your will to fight.
I know. You're right. So, I guess this is it, no? One more push. One last fight.
Not necessarily our last.
It's been an honor serving with you, Shepard.
You're a good man and a terrific soldier.
Thanks.
Whatever happens out there today, I know you'll make me proud.
That means a lot to me, ma'am. Good luck out there, Lola.
Alright, hopefully there is going to be a point in here where we can do a sort of hard save. I really want to show off all 4 endings, but not if I have to do this whole mission 4 times over. I, of course, won't show the other runs of the mission, just the ending, but still. A little frustrating to think about.
Did Echo Team have a recommendation?
Affirmative. Advise delaying next wave of Hammer.
We'll get murdered out there.
Don't have a choice. Negative on that delay. Advise command of the situation. Hammer proceeds to plan forward.
General notice, all firehouses, people. We're using the trucks as decoys now. There's no way we can handle the damage being done. And since they're apparently trying to take us out, we might as well be of what use we can be. Volunteers only. Coordinate with evac services. God go with you. Central Dispatch.
Shepard?
How you holding up?
Restless. Everything depends on this. Think we have a chance?
There's always hope. That's how we got this far.
And you made it happen, Shepard. You're the reason we're here.
I've had people like you picking me up and dusting me off when I stumbled. Lost count of all the times you saved me.
Almost as many times as you saved me, hero lady. It always comes down to this. Feels like 1,000 years since we met on Eden Prime. So much has happened. It's hard to figure out how we got here.
You're a survivor, Ash. Always were.
I hope you're right.
I'm right. You're a fine soldier. A Spectre. I'm lucky to have you.
Thanks, Commander. Okay.
One more hill to take, Lieutenant Commander. You ready?
Aye, aye, Captain. I'm ready.
And in here we can talk
Yes,
to
Commander. Is there someone you'd like to reach?
non-Normandy crew members.
Kasumi Goto.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Hey, Shep. You ready down there?
Depends on whether you've got the Crucible good to go.
Oh, it's ready. No idea what it'll do exactly, but it's gonna be big. Good luck, Shepard. If you live through it, drinks are on me.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Jack.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard? Shepard, is that you?
Jack, how are you guys?
Good so far. We're a ways south of your position. We saved some resistance fighters with barrier support. Bringing a bit more firepower your way.
I'll see you on the other side.
I won't let you down, Shepard. Go kick some ass.
You too.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Samara.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
I wondered if I'd see you again, Samara.
It's past time I joined your battle. You helped me a great deal in the monastery, Shepard.
Thank you for returning the favor.
Only your actions will be remembered. May you choose them well. Farewell.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Grunt.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
About time you got here, Shepard. Didn't want to win this thing all by myself.
Good to see you back in action, Grunt.
Wouldn't miss it. Shepard,
Yeah?
thanks for getting me out of that tank.
Sure, Grunt. It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay, Grunt out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Jacob Taylor.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard, that you?
Jacob. Holding up?
Kicking ass, more like. My kill count's through the roof.
We'll meet and compare notches when this is over.
You got it. There's this, great little bar in Rio we have to check out.
I'm holding you to that. Give him hell, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Shepard out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Miranda Lawson.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Commander, hope you don't mind me crashing this little party of yours.
Not at all. Feeling better?
Much. Got a few sideways looks from Alliance brass when I offered to help. They can't be choosy at this point.
I'm glad you made it.
Shepard, I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
If we both come back from this at all, everything will be different.
Sure, everything will change, but on our terms. We've been running until now, Miranda. It has to stop.
I understand.
This isn't goodbye. You have to believe we're not done yet.
Listening to you, I can believe it.
Good. And Miranda.
Yes?
Be careful.
I promise. And you too, Shepard.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am.
And those are all the goodbyes for the people who are not present on Earth. I believe if you take the path that allows Mordin to survive, he would have been that last option above the investigate prompt there, but Mordin's survival is too high a price to pay. Once again, Rex has to die in Mass Effect 1 on Vermeer, and Eve has to die in the process of synthesizing the genophage cure on Tuchanka.
To coordinate with the Alliance, make sure we iron out these logistical problems.
Yes, sir. The Krogan don't want to share supplies, though.
That's just Rex playing hard to get. Tell him I've got a crate of Denorian beer I'd be happy to barter with. And that ought to get his attention. Shepard. So I guess this is...
Just like old times.
Might be the last chance we get to say that.
You think we're gonna lose?
No, I think we're about to kick the Reapers back into whatever black hole they crawled out of. Then we're going to retire somewhere warm and tropical and live off the royalties from the vids.
I'll meet you there. I think my days of saving the galaxy are over when this is done.
Be sure to leave room for all the autographs.
Just need to beat the Reapers to get there.
James told me there's an old saying here on Earth. May you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. Not sure if Turian heaven is the same as yours, but if this thing goes sideways and we both end up there, meet me at the bar. I'm buying.
We're a team, Garrus. There's no Shepard without Vicarion, so you better remember to duck.
Sorry, Turians don't know how, but I'll improvise. And Shepard, forgive the insubordination, but this old friend has an order for you. Go out there and give them hell. You were born to do this.
Goodbye, Garrus. And if I'm up there in that bar and you're not, I'll be looking down. I'll always have your back.
And we're heading through.
We've got hostiles on the perimeter. Get on that gun!
Fish in a barrel time. First appearance of real deal husks here. Or OG husks. The only husks prior to Mass Effect 3. Okay. A nice easy fish in a barrel segment there. You can hop down. Oh, I guess you can't hop down there. That ain't no ladder. There they are.
How are the casualties?
They haven't brought in many more wounded.
That's something. How you holding up, Liara?
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah. This is it.
I don't know what to say. I just know I'll have a clever line 5 minutes from now. I do have one thing for you, Shepard. A gift. It'll only take a moment, if you want it.
Sure. I've got a moment.
Close your eyes. Thank you for everything. Let's do what needs to be done, Shepard.
So we can all go home. Yeah, I get it.
What's his condition? Okay, and I'll try to stay calm.
Sammy, where are you? Can't find you. Message me back, please. People go into that place and come out not the same, not human anymore. Can hear the voices crawling inside the back of my skull, whispering they won't stop. Why won't it stop until I go where the orders, where the others went until I go where the others went to get turned into one of those things. Oh God, please make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. I won't listen to the voices. Won't go in there. Can make it stop. Know what to do.
I'll talk you through it. You're his only hope right now. The most important thing is to stop the bleeding. Do you have any towels or bandages?
When the Rachni laid waste to the galaxy 2000...
Commander?
Was it this bad in your time?
Worse. I have been listening to the Krogan speak to his men. In our cycle, the races never came together. There was no rallying cry. I envy you.
Really? There's not much left out there.
The future is still out there. It is something my people could never say. There will be a tomorrow.
Only if we win today.
No one else has ever made it this far.
You came a long way, Javik. Further than anyone else here.
And I look forward to fulfilling my mission. But you are now the avatar of this cycle, the exemplar of victory. Not just for humanity, or Turians, or Protheans, but for all life. Every soul that has ever existed is watching this moment.
Well, no pressure when you put it that way.
Do not waver. Victory is never won without difficult choices.
I know. I've had to make a lot of those.
There may be more, but I know you will see this through for all of us, no matter the cost.
If we actually pull this off, what will you do afterwards?
Seeing the past again in the Echo Shard, the faces of my men. I will go to the Cronian Nebula, and I will find their graves. I will put their ghosts to rest, and then I will join them.
You mean...
It is as it should be, Commander. The last Prothean voice has spoken. There is no more left to say. Here, this shard is now yours. Add to it. The progeny of this cycle will study it. They will know this was the day when the Reapers were no more, and that you were their conqueror.
Alright, so Javik has come to terms of his own fate. Hey, Rex.
Shepard, you did it. No matter what else happens today, you did what no one else could. You united a galaxy. That's a victory right there. And don't worry, I know why you're going to win. Because you brought the Krogan. Oh, and Bakara sends her regards. She's already pregnant. There are benefits to being a clan leader. But she keeps insisting we name the first one Morden. Anyway, let's get to it.
That seems like a fair trade-off to make, Rex, for Morden saving your entire people.
Circle around and flood it with reinforcements. Not likely. I spent 3 days in that sector, trapped inside Big Ben's.
Shepard, I have a question.
Is it a big or small one?
It is important. Its relevance would be diminished at any other time.
Ask away.
In this battle, the Reapers have no reason not to use their full capabilities to destroy us. Their forces are in entrenched positions. They have superior firepower and outnumber our forces. My question is, what makes you think we can reach the conduit at all?
The Reapers have the Citadel. They think they've won, and that's the best time to hit them.
If they have spies or other intelligence, we could lose the element of surprise. In such a case, we will likely lose.
Are you afraid?
Our probability for success is greater than any other plan presented to date.
That's not what I asked. Are you afraid?
I do not understand the purpose of the question.
There's no room for doubt anymore, Edie. You understand what we have to do, or you don't.
I am clear on what we must accomplish, Shepard. The Reapers have destroyed thousands of civilizations. But they have never destroyed ours. Nor will they.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Time to move out.
Shepard, there is something I want you to know. The Elusive Man ordered my creation years ago. Jeff was the one who allowed me to think for myself. But only now do I feel alive. That is your influence.
Thanks, Edie.
Okay, all that's left is Tally.
Almost time for the final push. Are you okay?
I thought I'd be asking you that question.
Shepard, I backed you when I was just a kid on her pilgrimage. I backed you when the Normandy was a Cerberus ship. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't back you now? And you haven't answered my question. Are you okay?
You remember how you felt when you landed on Rannoch? Now imagine it's not a story passed down by your people. Imagine you were there just a few months ago.
And now you're seeing it like this.
We need to put it right.
We will. Whatever happens, I'm proud to have served with you, Captain.
It's been an honor, Tali Zoravas, Normandy.
The Admirals once hung that ship name on me like a badge of shame. And then the Normandy helped us reclaim our homeworld. It's time I returned the favor.
All right.
Commander?
Let's go.
Admiral,
Just going over the sitrep.
how's it look?
Barely 50% of Hammer has reported in.
Can we count on more making it?
There's some stragglers still en route. But the bulk of Hammer that's still intact has arrived. We're as ready as we're likely to get.
I'll check on my team. We'll get going soon.
Did not mean to say
Give the
that.
battalion leaders the heads up. We'll be ready as soon as you are.
Okay, Anderson, we're ready now.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's move before the Reapers realize what we're up to.
Exactly my thoughts. Battalion leaders, report to HQ. We fought hard to get here. But now the toughest part of our mission begins. We've got to drive right through the heart of Reaper-controlled territory, break past their defenses, and get to that beam.
What kind of defenses?
The entire area is crawling with Reaper forces. But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Can we bring in air support to deal with it?
Negative. Some kind of interference. We'll have to take it out from the ground. Now they've cut a swath of no man's land through the city. We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter on the other side, but expect heavy ground resistance. We need to get our tanks to here, if we get close enough. We've got a shot at taking that thing out.
How much of a shot?
They know we're coming. This will be a one-way trip for many of us. But there can be no retreat, no stepping back. We move forward at all costs, understood?
Hoo-yah! Yes, sir!
Johnson, Coates, you two will coordinate the artillery units. Shepard, I'm sending you right up the gut where the resistance is heaviest. Support the tanks the best you can, but stay alive. I need you for the final push to the beam. I'll give you a minute with your squad. Pick your team well.
This war has brought us pain and suffering and loss. But it's also brought us together. As soldiers, allies, friends. This bond that ties us together is something the Reapers will never understand. It's more powerful than any weapon, stronger than any ship. It can't be taken or destroyed. The next few hours will decide the fate of everyone in the galaxy. Every mother, every son, every unborn child. They're trusting you, depending on you to win them their future. A future free from the threat of the Reapers. But take heart. Look around you. You're not in this fight alone. We face our enemy together, and together, we will defeat them.
Right. We're gonna bring the same two with us with the final push. Garrus Ashley. Mainly taking this because this is really all who I'd ever use on my previous runs, just because Ashley was the romance option for my male shepherds. And Garrus was just the best bro. Totally inaccurate there. We do not hide. We are the storm.
Artillery companies able through Foxtrot are en route. Roger that. Golf through November, taking up right flank. Pressing forward.
Shepard tearing through the enemy. And that is why the Hammerhead is superior to the Mako.
Missiles can do a fuck ton of damage. If you say so. Cut the chatter. You heard the Admiral. No retreat.
We got a whole cannibal animal back here. Playing dead just like a Cerberus punk. Let's just unload everything we have into this thing. Maybe even some fire, because I know they are armored units. Ah, down it goes. Marauder Shields, you are the hero we do not need. Ashley, be so kind. Okay. Topped up on our ammo. Let's go. Guess they're not harvesting all humans yet. One's already turned into husks, probably aren't any use for them. Okay, brute. Time to show you who the real tough guy is. Only 2 brutes, come on. Come on, I was boxing it up with all the brutes you were dropping on us on Tuchanka. And that was supposed to be a deterrent to convince you to just run like heck and not look at the enemies. Marauder, get out of here. Okay, you, sir, are gonna die. You're gonna die, clown.
Charlie Company's been taken out.
Looks like these are Reaper operable guns only. Of course, there's gonna be nothing for us to scavenge on Earth aside from ammo. But that is not the way down. This might be. Yes, that is the way down.
All right, people. Eyes peeled. The buildings will give us some cover, but it gives them a place to hide.
Roger that.
Eyes peeled, bananas peeled too. Because only psychopaths eat the peel. Come on, when did that happen? Come on, it happened because we didn't have anything mapped properly. Okay, we're still mapped properly there. It literally happened while I was deploying that metagel. At least we had literally just hit the checkpoint. Ashley? Okay, more Marauder shields here. Ashley, good, you were so kind as to take that down for us. Too many Turians, or things that used to be Turians. Marauder shields here still. Get out of here, animal. Batarians were animals even before they got turned into cannibals. That's not spacism, that is just talking about our mortal enemy in the non-Reaperified galaxy.
The destroyer spotted us. We're prepping Phalanx missiles. Hold your fire. You must do anything to get it off. Roger, firing remaining missiles. No choice. Any effect? Understood. Can't get a lock. Something's messing with our...
Okay, what's getting us? This idiot. And this idiot. Okay. Golf's a terrible game anyway. Doesn't matter if we lose golf. More of you still? Don't you know when to quit? Wait, of course you don't. Come on, I was expecting more from a brute of all things. No, I wasn't.
Damn, who's on the way?
Two of them, really? Send me back to Tuchanka. I want to fight like 600 again. Security memo, they're targeting shelters, evacuation shuttles, emergency services, power centers, people. It's not about destroying property as much as it's about destroying the population. We've got to modify standard evac plans. We can't rely on conventional procedures. We'll just get more people killed. Stay in small groups, get survivors out of the city, spread people out as much as possible. Pass the word, people. Ashley's got her nades back up. Real shame that Ravager was standing on top of something we couldn't hit it ourselves with.
All units, open fire! Where's our fire support? We need reinforcements on the...
And we're losing more troops. You always lose troops, though. Alright, Marauder. Your shields will not be the unsung hero of Mass Effect today. Yes, we are about to finally see why Marauder Shields is such a meme.
There's the artillery.
But the company's been wiped out.
Commander, do you read me?
Major, what's the situation?
The beam's interfering with missile guidance. We can hit the destroyer, but we'll never make the precision strike we need to take it out.
Damn it. 80, can you read me?
Yes, Commander.
Any suggestions?
I may be able to use the Normandy systems to enhance the missile's targeting capabilities.
Excellent.
I'll need you to open a link to the Normandy from the missile systems.
On it.
Missile systems. Lawn chair controls.
That's it. I'll let you know when I've adapted the targeting systems.
Sounds like good news, Commander.
We'll see.
Hammer, this is Admiral Anderson. The Reaper ground forces are making a push. Hold your ground. Protect those tanks until we can get a shot.
You heard him, people. Get ready.
There they are.
Reaper ground forces, you say? More like Reaper dead forces. Or Reaper under the ground forces. Cannibal Lecter down for the count. What do we have over here for us? Come on, get out of the hole. Or let me into the hole. That's how you break a hole.
We tried to hold them off, but they destroyed our trucks. Overwhelmed our position. Your left flank is gone. They're headed your way. Sorry, sir.
Hang in there, soldier. Heads up, we got more incoming.
Damn, we better cover our left flank.
Left flank. Marauder, what are you doing still alive? Banshee. Who is she and why isn't she banned yet? Not what I meant to do. But, Ash. Garrus. Ash. Marauder still alive. We will not allow that. Another Banshee. Wombo combo time. The Nova does have a little bit of range on it, so make sure you're jumping out of Banshee insta-kill range. Yeah, make sure you jump back out of insta-kill range. There are some areas that are no walking zones. So you gotta retreat and then charge periodically.
Commander, I have reprogrammed targeting. Missiles are ready for launch.
Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
Missile guidance enhanced.
Firing!
Countering interference.
Did it hit?
What happened?
The Reaper is still too close to the beam.
We're down to 2 missiles.
And we haven't even scratched it.
You will need to allow the Reaper to move out of the beam's influence.
And closer to us.
Commander, Hammer's being overrun at every turn. Reaper ground forces are converging on your location. We're fighting our way to you. Hold on, Commander. Hold on.
Another wave. Incoming.
Hold on, everyone. We can do this.
We have to do this, more like it.
Here they come.
Shaboosh. Brute down. Another brute to go. So many brutes. I love it. Now this is a fight.
Watch it! Harvester!
Ashley, let's go ahead and yeah! Fire damage never fails. Okay, Banshee is just on armor left now. Banshee number 1, I should say. This is not Band 3, this is just a lot of Marauders. That is Band 3. Oh man, we have Metagel mapped to that now. Get back to what I want you to be. I did not come this far to just get insta-killed. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. We also need to have that mapped back to L1. Banshee number 4. Reaper's also going ham on us now. And we couldn't metagel fast enough. 4 Banshees. Who would have thought? At least it checkpointed us at the Banshee part of things there. Ash, stop taking a nap. And Reaper can get you. Just like old times on Rannoch, huh? Okay, we need to remap that. We're getting a Banshee up close. What the heck do we have here now? Other than a Reaper beam coming right at us. Crap, I mapped it to the wrong one. The heck you on about Marauder shields? Thinking you're gonna be the hero here? So many Marauders. That's Ashley is the one behind us. No, there's not. Into the fray we go. More Banshee. Defensive positioning.
Commander, the destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Roger that, Edie.
Launch him.
Reaper is within range.
Woo. Endless Banshees, it would seem.
Firing!
It's going down!
Hit him with everything you got! work, Edie.
Shepard, we're on our way to your location.
That was just a destroyer, not even a cruiser or dreadnought.
Over here! Thank God you made it.
It didn't look good.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
Hackett just reported in. Several Sovereign-class Reapers, including Harbinger, have broken off from the battle with Sword. They're headed here.
Harbinger?
It's an opportunity for Hackett to get the Crucible in place. But we have to get a team on board the Citadel to open those arms now.
We still don't even know what we'll find when we get to the Citadel.
And that's our job. Find out what we're up against.
All right. Saddle up, everybody.
At this point, all that's on board the Citadel is keepers and corpses.
It's now or never, Admiral. We're going in.
Acknowledged. I'll send the word. All ships, this is Admiral Hackett. The Crucible is on the move. I repeat, the Crucible is on the move. Protect it at all costs. Everyone, this is it. Any available squadrons, delay those Reapers leaving the battle. We've got to give Hammer more time.
From here on in, it's a straight shot to the beam.
A straight shot with Reapers trying to crush us along the way.
We just need to get a handful of troops through.
Only a handful, huh?
We knew this was going to be a gamble at best.
Can't think of anyone else I'd rather do this with.
Nobody does it alone.
We're in sight of the target.
All right, everyone. This is it.
Shit.
There's Harbinger, the first Reaper.
We gotta move!
Come on!
Can we drop a hard save here? No. Man, Harbinger has multiple of those things? Not fair. But I suppose as the Reaper made by harvesting the Leviathans, he is going to be special. And we made it. Cinematic time.
Normandy, do you copy? I need an evac right now!
We're taking heavy losses. On our way, Commander.
Come on! Here. Take her.
Shepard!
You gotta get out of here.
With all due respect, Commander.
Don't argue with me, Ash.
Damn it, I can do this.
I need to know somebody's getting out of this alive. Take care, Ash. Go!
Now the true last scramble to the beam. Not good.
They're all gone. Did we get anyone to the beam? Negative. Our entire force was decimated. It's too much. We need to regroup. Fall back to the buildings.
Coates, that is not the definition of decimated. If they had decimated the forces, only 10% of us would have been wiped out. Now, will we finally see him? All right, 3 husks, not bad. We are nearly dead, though. And apparently our blood dragon armor was damaged beyond repair. We can't even aim properly. Marauder shields! The hero we didn't know we need, trying to prevent us from seeing the ending. And there's where the meme comes from, Marauder shields. The unsung hero of Mass Effect. Unsung because he failed.
Holy shit, she did it. This is the Admiral. We've got reports that someone made it to the Citadel. We need to give them time to get those arms open. All fleets converge on the Crucible. Protected at all costs.
Hey look, keepers and corpses. Or should we say they're keeper fried corpses, the other KFC.
Shepard. Shepard.
Anderson, you up here too?
Followed you up, but we didn't come out in the same place. Oh, at least I don't think we did. What's your surrounding look like?
It looks like the inside of the collector base.
I feel like death, but I'm moving. It's dark. There's human remains scattered.
Sounds familiar. I'm in a dark hallway. Reminds me of your description of the collector base.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Sure. They round them up on Earth, and send the people up here to be processed.
Goddamn abomination. I'm gonna keep moving. The sooner we blow these bastards back to hell, the better.
Agreed, Anderson. We cannot even run anymore. We don't have the energy.
Yeah. Doesn't look like any part of the Citadel I've been to.
Whoa.
Anderson?
One of the walls here just realigned itself. The place is shifting, changing. There's a chasm here, and more hallways like the one I was in.
It's changing from a space station for habitation to a one big meat processing facility.
I see something up ahead. Might be a way to cross over.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
Where do you think you're at?
Just found that chasm you were talking about.
Hold on. I see something. A control panel, maybe. I'm just gonna go on ahead.
And Anderson is gone.
Damn it.
And no matter which ending you get, good, bad, or ugly, this is always what happens getting onto the Citadel, just you and Anderson. Or so you might think.
Anderson!
Shepard! I can't!
I underestimated you, Shepard.
What have you...
I warned you. Control is the means to survival. Control of the Reapers, and of you, if necessary.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Controlling me is a lot different than controlling a Reaper.
Have a little faith. When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in. But look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But... only if we can harness their ability to control.
Bullshit. We destroy them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
You're playing with things you don't understand. With power you shouldn't be able to use.
I don't believe that. If we can control it, why shouldn't it be ours?
Because we're not ready.
No. This is the way humanity must evolve.
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
I see what they did to you.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong. Don't listen to him.
And who will you listen to, Shepard? An old soldier stuck in his ways, only able to see the world down the barrel of a gun? And what if he's wrong? What if controlling the Reapers is the answer?
If we destroy the Reapers, this ends today. But if you can't control them...
But I can!
Are you willing to bet humanity's existence on it?
I know it will work.
You can't, can you? They won't let you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Listen to yourself. You're indoctrinated.
No! No! The two of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You sacrifice too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
Because of you, humanity is already undone.
That's not true!
They have the Citadel. They've got us fighting each other instead of fighting them.
I just need to...
You've done exactly what the Reapers wanted. You're still doing it because they control you.
They're too strong.
You're stronger. Don't let them win. Break their hold. Don't let them control you.
I tried, Shepard.
And Harbinger's not going to make the Saren Sovereign mistake. I don't think. Because after all, it was manual override and turning Saren into a puppet of himself that allowed the Fifth Fleet to get the kill shot.
This is it, everyone. The arms are opening.
Commander?
We did it.
Yes, we did. It's quite a view.
Best seats in the house.
God. Feels like years since I just sat down.
Think you earned a rest. Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, child. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
Shepard? Commander?
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening. The Crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end. Commander Shepard!
I don't see. I'm not sure how to...
Commander!
And here is the third worst plot point in all of Mass Effect 3. The Star Child, as he's called.
Wake up.
What? Where am I?
The Citadel. It's my home.
Who are you?
I am the Catalyst.
I thought the Citadel was the catalyst.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
Perhaps. I control the Reapers. They are my solution.
The solution to what?
Chaos. The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone. Just as we left your people alive the last time we were here.
But you killed the rest.
We helped them ascend, so they could make way for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all organics. We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
You said you're the catalyst, but what are you?
A construct. An intelligence designed eons ago to solve a problem. I was created to bring balance, to be the catalyst for peace between organics and synthetics.
So you're just an AI?
In as much as you are just an animal, I embody the collective intelligence of all Reapers.
But you were created.
Correct.
By who?
By ones who recognized that conflict would always arise between synthetics and organics. I was first created to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. But our efforts always ended in conflict, so a new solution was required.
The Reapers?
Precisely.
I met your creators. They told me what you did to them.
We did as we were expected.
They said you betrayed them, that you turned them into Harbinger.
When they asked that I solve the problem of conflict, they failed to understand they were part of the problem themselves. The flaws of their organic reasoning could not perceive this. They lacked the foresight to understand their destruction was part of the very solution they required.
Well, they've joined this war now.
And I welcome their involvement. I am only facilitating their request.
Where did the Reapers come from? Did you create them?
My creators gave them form. I gave them function. They, in turn, give me purpose. The Reapers are a synthetic representation of my creators.
Leviathan.
Yes, they created me to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. They became the first true Reaper. They did not approve, but it was the only solution.
You said that before. But how do the Reapers solve anything?
Organics create synthetics to improve their own existence, but those improvements have limits. To exceed those limits, synthetics must be allowed to evolve. They must, by definition, surpass their creators. The result is conflict, destruction, chaos. It is inevitable. Reapers harvest all life, organic and synthetic, preserving them before they are forever lost to this conflict.
We're at war with the Reapers right now.
You may be in conflict with the Reapers, but they are not interested in war.
I find that hard to believe.
When fire burns, is it at war? Is it in conflict? Or is it simply doing what it was created to do? We are no different. We harvest your bodies, your knowledge, your creations. We preserve it, to be reborn in the form of a new Reaper. Like a cleansing fire, we restore balance. New life, both organic and synthetic, can once again flourish.
What do you know about the Crucible?
The device you refer to as the Crucible is little more than a power source. However, in combination with the Citadel and the relays, it is capable of releasing tremendous amounts of energy throughout the galaxy. It is crude, but effective and adaptive in its design.
Who designed it?
You would not know them, and there is not enough time to explain. We first noted the concept for this device several cycles ago. With each passing cycle, the design has no doubt evolved.
Why didn't you stop it?
We believed the concept had been eradicated. Clearly, organics are more resourceful than we realized.
But you're taking away our future. Without future, we have no hope. Without hope, we might as well be machines, programmed to do what we're told.
You have hope, more than you think. The fact that you are standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
So now what?
We find a new solution.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me. created new possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us. But be warned, others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
What exactly will happen?
Your Crucible device appears to be largely intact. However, the effects of the blast will not be constrained to the Reapers. Technology you rely on will be affected, but those who survive should have little difficulty repairing the damage. There will still be losses, but no more than what has already been lost.
But the Reapers will be destroyed?
Yes, but the peace won't last. Soon, your children will create synthetics, and then the chaos will come back.
There has to be another way.
There is. You could instead use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
So the elusive man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control, because we already controlled him.
But I can?
You will die. You will control us, but you will lose everything you have.
How can I control the Reapers if I'm dead?
Your corporeal form will be dissolved, but your thoughts and even your memories will continue. Your connection to your kind will be lost, though you will remain aware of their existence.
But the Reapers will obey me?
Yes. We will be yours to control and direct as you see fit. There is another solution. Synthesis.
And that is?
Add your energy to the Crucibles. The chain reaction will combine all synthetic and organic life into a new framework, a new DNA.
Explain how my energy can be added to the Crucible.
Your organic energy, the essence of who and what you are, will be broken down and then dispersed.
To do what, exactly?
The energy of the Crucible, released in this way, will alter the matrix of all organic life in the galaxy. Organics seek perfection through technology. Synthetics seek perfection through understanding. Organics will be perfected by integrating fully with synthetic technology. Synthetics, in turn, will finally have full understanding of organics. It is the ideal solution. Now that we know it is possible, it is inevitable we will reach synthesis.
Why couldn't you do it sooner?
We have tried a similar solution in the past, but it has always failed.
Why?
Because the organics were not ready. It is not something that can be forced. You are ready, and you may choose it.
I don't know.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you imagine your life without them?
And there will be peace?
The cycle will end. The Reapers will cease their harvest, and the civilizations preserved in their forms will be connected to all of us. Synthesis is the final evolution of all life. The paths are open, but you have to choose.
Okay, so before we go any further, we do have an auto-save here. We still cannot hard save. Hopefully there will not be another auto-save. Okay, we have the Star Child here. The Star Child here, interesting fact about him, he is 3 voices in one. The child's voice actor from back on Earth, Jennifer Hale, the voice of female Commander Shepard and the namesake of our Commander Shepard, and Mark Meer, the voice of the male Commander Shepard. We now have 3 options presented before us, and they are basically the same as choosing your starter Pokemon. You have Synthesis, aka Bulbasaur, down here in the middle. Destroy Charmander over on the side, and control Squirtle over here on the other side. But of course, always choose Charmander. The game is setting it up to seem like Synthesis is the true best ending, but the more we hear about Mass Effect 4, the more and more likely it is becoming that Destroy is the true canon ending, or maybe it's just some weird hybrid of Destroy and Synthesis, because we don't see any Reapers around, and there are still Reapers around in Control and Synthesis endings, but we also see Geth around in some of the material we know about Mass Effect 4, but Geth do not survive the Destroy. But then again, someone as smart as Liara or the Quarians could rebuild the Geth. So let's shatter the power conduit and release our destructive energies. So I'm going to say, going on now, that Destroy is the canon ending. Sorry about your girlfriend, Joker. No, I don't think Trainer dies there. I just think the last image you see is always your romance option.
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Jeff, we need to go.
Damn it.
The war is over. The Reapers have been defeated. Against all odds, and in the face of the greatest threat this galaxy has ever known, we survived. We suffered many losses. The relays are severely damaged, but we won. This victory belongs to each of us. Every man, woman, and child. Every civilization. On every world. Now, as we take our first steps toward restoring what we lost, we must remember what it took to win. This wasn't a victory by a single fleet, a single army, or even a single species. If this war has taught us anything, it is that we are at our strongest when we work together. And if we can put down our grievances long enough to stop something as powerful as the Reapers, imagine what we can achieve now that they are defeated. It will take time, but we can rebuild everything that was destroyed. Our homes, our worlds, our fleets and defenses. All of this, and more. Together, we can build a future greater than any one of us could imagine. A future paid for by the sacrifices of those who fought and died alongside us. A future that many will never see. And while we still have many challenges ahead of us, we can face them together. And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
Okay, we're gonna momentarily mute the capture card here so I can talk to you guys easier. Alright. As you can see at the end there, a trainer hesitated to put our name tag up on the memorial wall there, and also there was a shot of some female form clad in armor with N7 dog tags, taking a gasp at the very end of that extended cut ending. Yes, that was the extended cut. The original ending before all the outrage led to EA releasing an extended cut was with Joker and the romance option eyeing each other awkwardly at the end there on that planet with the Normandy marooned. There was such an outrage at the initial release of Mass Effect 3 and that there was a hotfix that added the extended ending with narrations by different individuals. I believe it's Hackett in the Destroy, the Shepard AI in the Control, and I don't remember who in the Synthesis because I've never chosen anything other than Destroy. I'm going off of secondhand knowledge for Synthesis and Control. But, yeah. Destroy is also the only ending option where Commander Shepard is even able to survive. So on top of that, combined with the fact that I do believe it is now considered canon with the material that's been put out for Mass Effect 4, because definitely someone like Liara could have figured out how to rebuild the Geth with access to her Shadow Broker network there. And we also do see a mass relay being rebuilt in one of the promotional trailers we've seen so far. Rebuilt with Cerberus colors, so it also stands to reason that Liara, as the Shadow Broker, seized upon the opportunity to also become the elusive woman, or elusive Asari. Asari are monogendered, however they typically use female pronouns, seeing as they do appear female to the rest of the galaxy. Now, we do have the autosave from after talking to the Star Child, so we will be able to see after we finish the credits if we are able to go and redo our choices and get to see the Control, Synthesis, and even the bad ending, the refuse to do anything ending, which you can either choose by choosing decidedly renegade conversation options in the Star Child conversation, or I believe after the conversation has ended, you can trigger it still by taking a few shots at the Star Child with your pistol. The Star Child doesn't exactly appreciate being shot at and will shut down if you shoot at it too much. Now, on to the Star Child itself. The Star Child is a very, very divisive thing here, because, like, why the heck is this AI even choosing to appear as the kid in the first place? And I have to say, the only logical explanation for it is the intelligence, as the Leviathans referred to it, was able to see Shepard's PTSD for some reason centering around this one singular kid who, apparently is the cause of all of Shepard's trauma. However, there is the also the explanation that that last sequence on the Crucible is Shepard fighting against indoctrination, and that the child was never actually there, but was just said to represent Shepard's struggle against indoctrination throughout the entirety of the game. However, since the indoctrination theory has been proven wrong by BioWare themselves, saying that they themselves were not smart enough to think of such a thing, I'm going to declare the indoctrination theory dead in the dirt, deader than anything Uni could ever imagine. A little bit of Xenoblade crossover for you there, but, and yeah, just say that the ending we get is the canon ending. No smoke and mirrors, no indoctrination theory, just bad writing due to BioWare unfortunately parting ways with some of their writers, including Legion's main writer, between the end of Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Also, the original concept for the ending was much different. Well, not the... Yeah, for the ending was much different than what we ended up getting, because the original conflict that the Reapers were brought in to solve, and even though the Leviathan DLC seems to prove that the ending we got was always the original one, no, that was DLC. That was added afterwards. That was a retcon using the Leviathans to reinforce the retcon. Originally, the plotline was supposed to be Mass Effect technology, biotics, and all these other technologies that harness dark energy was causing instabilities in the universe, including phenomenon like Haystrom's sun, Haystrom being the planet where we met Tali in Mass Effect 2, becoming destabilized way before they should ever be even thinking about dying. So the Reapers were originally devised as a way to combat this dark energy threat, and the original ending was supposed to be choosing between saving humanity but dealing with the dark energy problem down the line, or allowing humanity to be harvested so that the Reapers could finally fulfill their mission and find a solution to the problem with Mass Effect technology, biotics, and all this other stuff, literally destabilizing the universe and accelerating the eventual heat death of the universe. But EA couldn't understand that. They're a looter shooter and cover shooter and just shooter gaming company in general. So they basically forced a rewrite to just, oh, the Reapers need to stop the war between synthetics and organics, because no executive at EA can understand anything if it doesn't involve sports or a war. And that is why the Reapers are not the true villains of Mass Effect. EA is. Now, without further ado, we will unmute the capture card, because there is a post-credit scene. Oh, and this is the fourth worst thing in all of Mass Effect.
Did that all really happen?
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
What will be there?
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the Shepherd.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
And that is EA's attempt to make up for their terrible writing. Oh, look, we're getting a saving. Looks like we're not seeing the other endings. Or I don't know, we'll load that save and see where it takes us. Oh, we can use the restart mission Citadel return. Okay, yeah, that, yeah, we'll do that and be back. Save, we're gonna save over on this one. Okay, we'll be back when we're at our next ending. And we are back for ending number 2. We are going to go in order in what is my opinion from best to worst. We have already done the best, which is considered the canon ending for this run. Now, the first of our 3 bonuses is going to be Bulbasaur. We're going from hard mode with Charmander destroying the Reapers. Now we're going to go to photosynthesis. Or in this case, just synthesis. Alright, Shepard. Make the long walk. Even longer by the fact we cannot run. And here we go. Into the soup.
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Jeff, we need to go.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Edie who narrates this one.
I am alive. All of us, synthetic and organic, have been changed. The war is over, and the Reapers are helping to rebuild. Where once they threatened us with extinction, they now bring us the collective knowledge of the cultures that came before. As a galaxy, we can now live the lives we have wished for. Taking our first steps into a new and wonderful future, where organics and synthetics can coexist peacefully. With peace across the galaxy and with unlimited access to knowledge, to recover the greatness that was lost. And surpass it. We will reclaim our worlds and the stars. As the line between synthetic and organic disappears, we may transcend mortality itself, to reach a level of existence I cannot even imagine.
And the controller died. Next one in rotation,
and
go.
We will remember that this chance for a new life did not come without cost.
I'll take this time here to mention that if Shepard's love interest is not on the Normandy, the crewmate he or she has the greatest bond with will put their name on the wall instead. But if they do have a love interest, it will always be the love interest. James doesn't count because he's Citadel DLC only.
No matter how far we advance, we will remember the sacrifices of those who made it possible. And we will remember Shepard. Because of her. I am alive. And I am not alone.
And we'll be back at the next ending. And we are back. The pathway to control has opened before us, and we will take it 1 inch at a time. Time to let the blue ending have its day in the sun. Or day in the whole galaxy, because it's not just Sol that will shine blue. We've already done Charmander and Bulbasaur's options, so let's get to what is, in my opinion, the worst of the 3 standard victorious endings under the conditions that this is actually happening and not a figment of Shepard's imagination like the indoctrination theory suggests. If we go by the indoctrination theory's suggestions, the best is still the red is still destroy, and the worst is synthesis, because it is what the intelligence that controls the Reapers is sort of nudging Shepard towards choosing by claiming it is the best option, but in the parameters of the now debunked indoctrination theory, both control and synthesis lead to Shepard in the eyes of the theory falling to indoctrination. But as we know, that is not true. We know that, in my opinion, and in what is assumed to be the general consensus, control as the worst option. Well, worst option aside from the bad ending, which we'll see after this. Look at me. Look at me. I am the Star Child now.
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Jeff, we need to go.
Damn it.
It's also a little strange that they use red for destroy and blue for control. It does make sort of sense when you think about the connotations of those colors, but it definitely doesn't make sense with destroy being seen as the Paragon siding with Anderson, and this being seen as the Renegade siding with the Elusive Man. Also, since we saw the Citadel close there, I'm just going to mention, what does the Citadel look like to you? Because to me, it looks like a bit of an egg. Specifically, the egg of some sort of cephalopod, like an octopus or squid, which have, well, squids at least have very tube-shaped egg sacs. So it makes sense that the Citadel is where new giant metal space squids are incubated.
Eternal. Infinite. Immortal. The woman I was used these words. But only now do I truly understand them. And only now do I understand the full extent of her sacrifice. Through her death, I was created. Through my birth, her thoughts are freed. They guide me now. Give me reason. Direction. Just as she gave direction to the ones who followed her. The ones who helped her achieve her purpose. Now my purpose. To give the many hope for a future. To ensure that all have a voice in their future. The woman I was knew that she could only achieve this by becoming something greater. There is power in control. There is wisdom in harnessing the strengths of your enemy. I will rebuild what the many have lost. I will create a future with limitless possibilities. I will protect and sustain. I will act as guardian for the many. And throughout it all, I will never forget. I will remember the ones who sacrificed themselves. So that the many could survive.
And that is why it is at least the creepiest of the three victorious endings, if not the worst of them. I don't know, maybe all the green synthetic lights everywhere is a little bit creepier, but still.
And I will watch over the ones who live on. Those who carry the memory of the woman I once was. The woman who gave up her life to become the one who could save the many.
And we'll be back.
That we think for ourselves.
And we are back at the Star Child, and we're gonna tell him to screw off.
We might as well be machines just like you.
You have choice, more than you know. The fact that you are standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
So now what?
We find a new solution.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me, created new possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us. But be warned, others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
I made it this far. We'll destroy you without setting it off.
Impossible. You are vastly outnumbered. You have sacrificed many of your resources just to reach this point. If you do not use the Crucible, the Reapers will not be stopped, and the cycle will continue.
I don't believe you.
Your belief is not required.
There has to be another way.
There is. You could instead use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
So the elusive man was right after all.
Since we're here rewatching this part anyway, we're gonna do the renegade options.
We already controlled him.
But I can?
You will die. You will control us, but you will lose everything you have.
I didn't fight this war so I could give up everything I have.
And I do not look forward to being replaced by you, but I would be forced to accept it.
Not if I refuse to do it.
There is another solution. Synthesis.
And that is?
Add your energy to the Crucibles. The chain reaction will combine all synthetic and organic life into a new framework. A new DNA.
You're asking me to change everything. Everyone. I can't make that decision. I won't.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you imagine your life without them?
That's beside the point.
Your time is at an end. You must decide.
We reject these choices!
No. I'm gonna end this war on my terms.
Then you will die knowing that you failed to save everything you fought for.
I fight for freedom. Mine and everyone's. I fight for the right to choose our own fate. And if I die, I'll die knowing that I did everything I could to stop you. And I'll die free.
So be it.
The cycle continues.
If you're hearing this, then there is still hope. Hope that you can avoid the same mistakes we made. We fought the Reapers, but we failed to stop them. We did everything we could. We built the Crucible, but it didn't work. We fought as a united galaxy, but it wasn't enough. I only hope the information in this capsule is enough to help you before it's too late. My name is Dr. Liara T'Soni. Herein lies the recounting of our war with the Reapers.
there is actually a slight change to the Stargazer scene, so we're gonna skip the credits and show that off.
Did that all really happen?
We'll never know exactly what it was like, but yes, the archives tell the true story of those who came before us. They fought a terrible war, so we wouldn't have to.
And that's why we have peace.
Yes. Without everything they accomplished, without the information they passed down, we too would be threatened.
What else do we know about the Shepherd?
Just what we have in the archives. But I've only told you a few of the stories.
Can you tell me another one, please?
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
It leaves you off with the extinction of the galaxy, and the next cycle using Liara's information capsules to apparently defeat the Reapers before the war even begins. So, with that, I thank you all very much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and create save file number 4 for the 4th ending. I thank you very much for your support over the run of the channel, but it is unfortunately time for that to come to a close. I hope you all are having fantastic days, and but at long last the time has come to say the final Baya Papaya. I have been Commander Whale, acting commanding officer of the White Whale, but just like our namesake, we are crash landing. So, I would say until next time, but that would be a lie. I hope you all are having fantastic days. I know there's a part of me that will miss being here on the YouTubes every single day, as I've only missed a couple days uploading since I started this channel back last July. But this journey has come to an end, so for the final time, Baya Papaya.